Okay, let's go, 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 let's go. All right, all right, all right. Sometimes you just have to shift your state. Man, this morning was one of those mornings. Got up on time, did all my wonderful things, felt great this morning. Then I'm in here building. I got extra time. I actually got here 15 minutes early. I got all this extra time. I'm in here building. And then I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I just got tired. No, 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 no. We can't get tired before the day. Let's go. Yes, I've been up a couple hours already, but that is no excuse. My name is Glenn Lundy, husband to one, father to nine. I am the host of hashtag Rise and Grind. I'm the morning show guy. That's me. I'm that guy. Been that guy for a decade. I'm the morning show guy. Morning show guy can't be tired. Everyone else gets to be tired. Everyone watching live on TikTok today, like Charlie and Mission Over Motivation and Mr. Nobody and Charlotte Photo, they all get to be tired. But I'm the host of the show. The hostess with the mostest, as they say. I'm not allowed to be tired. I don't have that luxury. That luxury does not belong to me. That is not part of my existence. That is against the rules. Because listen, nobody wants to jump on at 5:30 in the morning and listen to somebody who's tired. Listen to somebody with no energy. Nobody wants to do that. No. We got to bring the Glenergy every single day. Every single time. We got to bring the Glenergy. And so sometimes you just got to shift your state. You got to do a little shake up. You got to be like, dang, shift that state. Let's go. Good morning and welcome to the #1 morning show in America. I am your host, Glenn Lundy, husband to one, father to nine, author, speaker, and the founder of 800%.life. It's 5:30 a.m. and it's time to rise and grind. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Tuesday. That's right. Today is Tuesday, a.k.a. Taco Tuesday. My favorite day of the week, I think. Today is Tuesday, April 7th, 2026. Yeah, that's right. You got to bring that energy. Let's go. Tuesday, April 7th, 2026. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Tuesday, April 7th, 2026. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and I do mean the absolute most of this absolutely incredible, incredible day. I'm coming to you live from Lexington, Kentucky, where those of you that are watching on Facebook, you get the full production. For those of you that are over on TikTok, you are behind the scenes. You don't get the full production, but I guess you're supposed to be hitting some likes, and you're supposed to be grabbing some hearts, and you're supposed to be throwing things at me that hang over my head and all kinds of weird things. So you guys do the weird things over there on TikTok. Those of you that are listening on the podcast, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode. We've done over 2,000 episodes of this show. Honored to be here. And for those of you that are watching on YouTube, thanks for tuning in as well. Coming to you live from Lexington, Kentucky, where it's a little bit colder today. We're looking at 53 degrees as the high, but it's going to be sunny, and it's cool, man. It's cool. It's like preparation for the week to come, because the week to come is supposed to be absolutely beautiful. All 70s, low 80s, all the rest of the week. We just got to get through today and tomorrow where it's a little bit colder. No big deal. No big deal. Sometimes, long as we got the beautiful weekend on the way, it's not an issue, right? Yesterday was a little bit on the lower temperature side also, but beautiful day. I mean, absolutely beautiful day. And I went ahead and took advantage of it. I wanted to set the tone right this year for me and my family. And so I went ahead and took advantage yesterday. And in between all of my meetings, I went out and handled the yard. We went out and did the yard work, got all of that put in place, right? Like, you kind of got to set the tone every year. For those of you that don't have a big yard, we have 10 acres of land. We have 10 acres that our house sits on. And so that 10 acres has to be manicured. That 10 acres has to be mowed. That 10 acres has to be taken care of, all of those things, right? And so it ain't no joke. It's a good amount of work. And so at the beginning of the year, what you want to do is you kind of want to set the tone. And so the kids have already mowed twice this year. Yesterday was their second mow. And the kids are mowing tight, bro. Joel hops on a mower. Savannah hops on a mower. Willow hops on a mower. Now, we only have 2 mowers, and there's only one they really want to use because they only want to use the 0 turn. But we rotate through. Dad does some mowing. Joel's doing some mowing. Savannah's doing, I just said Samoan. It sounded like Samoan. Joel's doing some mowing. Savannah's doing some mowing. Willow's doing some mowing. And Dad's doing some mowing, right? So we've got it all broken down. And so yesterday, boom, did some mowing. We also, yesterday I laid down on 2 acres of it around the front yard. Yesterday I laid down some weed and seed, right? So it kills the weeds in your yard. It also seeds, gives you a lush yard. And I put down the bug, like there's some bug stuff that kills all the bugs, so you have less bugs, right? And so yesterday, put down the bug stuff, put down the weed and seed, take care of that whole thing, right? Got the kids in tight, and then we outsource the weed eating. The weed eating gets outsourced. I don't weed eat. I don't weed eat. I do the rest of the things, but I don't weed eat. I don't expect my kids to weed eat. We have like, I don't know how many thousands of feet of fence line. And when you try to weed eat on that fence line, it's just not happening, right? So, but all of that, boom, weed eating got outsourced. All of it was tight. All of it is tight. And when you do that, right? When you kind of set the tone like that, the energy that's around it, I don't know what's all happening on TikTok. I keep getting distracted by it. There's all these like little things that pop up. Congrats, this person did something, and so on and so forth. And then you got the likes that are coming in. Popular live. I'm trying to get a peach heart. Apparently, I'm supposed to get another peach heart from somebody or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, sorry. After a week or so, I'll lose this ADHD tendency that I have towards TikTok right now. So for those of you that have been watching the show for a long time, you're like, dude, get over it. Okay. This year, the Lundys are on it, bro. This year, the Lundys are on it when it comes to the yard, when it comes to the upkeep, when it comes to doing all the things. This year, the Lundys are on it. And I can say that as of yesterday. What up, Eric? Great to see you. I can say that as of yesterday. But here's what's going to happen. I already know what's going to happen. Later in the season, after everybody's mowed about a dozen times or so, this weed-free, bug-free yard that we're working so hard for right now, it's not going to be as impressive anymore. Like later in the season, how you doing, Allison? How you doing, Nathaniel? What's up, Liza? Later in the season, the excitement that we have and how impressive it looks right now, it's like freshly mowed and freshly manicured. And I know we ain't going to have no weeds and all of those things are exciting. But later in the season, it's just not going to be as impressive anymore. Like later in the season, it's just going to be work. That's it. Right now, it's exciting. Later in this season, later this very year, I guarantee you it's just going to be work. Right now, the kids are excited to mow. Later in the season, they're not going to want to mow. They're going to do everything in their power to not mow. I took yesterday, made sure everything was laid down and done right, so on and so forth. Later in the season, that same gusto is not going to exist. And see, I'm bringing this to you because maybe you don't have a lawn. Maybe you can't associate with the lawn analogy or the lawn metaphor. That's not the thing for you. But maybe for you, it's not a lawn that started off exciting and later in the season will lose its luster. Maybe for you, it's a relationship. Maybe your relationships start off strong and hot and heavy and you get all excited or whatever. And then some time goes by and it's like, man, who in the heck is this dude I'm laying next to in the bed? How did I end up here? So maybe for you, it's not a lawn. Maybe for you, it's a relationship. Or maybe for you, it's not a relationship that starts off hot and heavy and exciting and then gets bland and boring. Maybe for you, it's fitness. Maybe for you, it's your health. You're like, okay, I'm going to do it. This is going to be the time. It's going to be great. I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to lose the weight. I'm going to lose the pounds. I'm going to work out every day. I'm going to start running. I'm going to do the thing. I'm all jacked up about it. I went to the store and I bought some little Speedos that make my butt look good. And I got the nice little running shoes that are going to be awesome. And I got my Lululemon, right? I got my Lululemons on, my Lululemon sports bra, my Lululemon men's shirt, right? I got my Lulus on. And that I'm looking good and I'm feeling good. I got all the equipment. I'm excited. Boom. Maybe for you, fitness starts off that way. Your health, taking care of your health starts off that way. But then later in the season, later in the season, not so good. Yeah, for those of you on Facebook, obviously people are having a hard time finding the show. Again, today, I don't understand why, but thank you for tagging your friends and hitting those share buttons and doing all that to help people find this thing. I appreciate it. So maybe for you, it's not a lawn that starts off all excited at the beginning of the season and then ultimately later in the season just becomes work or a chore or laborious. Maybe for you, it's a relationship, or maybe for you, it's not a relationship. For you, it's fitness. Or maybe if it's not for fitness for you, maybe for you, it's a financial plan. You start off all gung-ho. You're like, oh, man, I'm going to put away a quarter a day, $1 a day, a 5-spot a day, a 10 a day, a 20 a day. I'm going to put them all. I'm going to put it away, and it's going to stack up. And one day I'm going to go on the cruise. One day I'm going on the vacation. One day I'm going to retire myself. One day I'm going to buy the property income, right? And you get all excited about it, and it's awesome. And then later in the season, a month goes by, 5 weeks goes by, 6 weeks goes by, and you're like, oh my gosh, man, this is work. I don't want any more work. So maybe for you, it's not a lawn. Maybe for you, it's not a relationship. Maybe for you, it's not a fitness challenge, but maybe for you, it's a financial issue that you get excited about in the beginning and it loses its luster. Or maybe it's the book that you're reading but not finishing. Uh-oh. My name's Glenn and I'm your friend. I have to say that. I have to say my name's Glenn and I'm your friend after I hurt your feelings, because sometimes I hurt people's feelings on this show, and I don't mean to, but to be kind is to be clear. But some of you will start the book and don't even finish the book. Some of you, every single book you've started doesn't get finished. So listen, we're talking about that a little bit today. We're going to talk about this thing where you start strong, and if you finish at all, you finish weak. We're going to talk about that. But before we do, you know what we got to do on this show. You know we got to do some dancing. I got a new song for you all today. Take a listen. I think you're going to like it. and then I'll talk over it. Hold up. Little warm up. Look at the warm up. Look at the warm up. Let's go. For those of you that know, and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way you start your day, Christopher Cornwell sent a TikTok universe to Bella. I don't even know what that means. Sometimes all it takes to change the way you start your day is for you to hit that share button. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching this show live or you're watching the show on replay, shout out to my replay watchers on Facebook and YouTube and my podcast downloaders. Whether you're watching this show live or you're watching on replay, say what's up, and I'll say what's up back. All right? All right. Good morning, Mary Lynn Wilkin. Thank you for being here. Good morning, Mr. Mike Larkin. Thanks for being here. Tony Schmidt is in the building, or the book you're writing. Yeah, that's right, Tony. Finish it. Let's go. Over there on TikTok, I see Car Guy 1558. That's my boy Robert Pollard. He's helping make the TikTok thing come alive. It looks like 2,200 likes so far on TikTok. Somebody just sent a TikTok universe to Mimi. I have a goal of getting a peach heart. Apparently, I have a goal of getting a red rose. So send the roses, send the likes, do the things. Tashi's over here this morning. I appreciate you. All right, we've got Tony Robinson in the building. Good morning, Tony Robinson. Malika Star Carey is in the building. Great to see you, Malika. Tosh Queen, good morning. Tara Hope, good morning. Mike Larkin, good morning. Beth Lucchese, good morning. Oswald Joseph Biename, good morning to you. Jeremy Nolling, what's up, Jeremy Nolling? Thank you for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Greg Becker is in the building. I already said Tosh Queen. Spencer Nicholson is in the building. Great to see you, Spencer Nicholson. We've got Bella Rigby, Nathaniel Banks. We've got Mike Rendine in the building. Robert Migliaccio is up in here. Sol Salcido. Good morning, Sol Salcido. Danielle Baldwin is in the building. Good morning, Danielle. Robin Price is in the building. Good morning, Robin. We've got Peter Ainsworth. Good morning, Peter. Good morning, Tony Thorstad. Good morning, Angela Hastings. Darren Shaw. I want to go TikTok and send you a peach and flowers now. Well, do it, Darren. Apparently, I need a peach heart. And I need a flower, and I don't really even know what the heck that means. But if somebody could do that, that would be great. All right, I am streaming, so I am stuck in Facebook world. Yep, fair enough, Marilyn. I appreciate that. And all of you that are over on Clubhouse doing your thing, I appreciate you. For those of you that are wanting to join on TikTok, I am live at Glenn Lundy 800. That is my new TikTok page, newer TikTok page, Glenn Lundy 800. I have two TikTok pages. One is like 800%.life. This is Glenn Lundy 800. All right, couple quick little things before we continue. We do have a sales workshop coming up May 19th through 20th. This is a free workshop for anyone that's in sales, leads people in sales, send some sales people, whatever, want to learn about sales. We have a sales workshop free, completely free, May 19th and 20th. We start at 9 in the morning. We go till about 3 in the afternoon, both of those days. That is in Lexington, Kentucky. If you go to glenlundy.com/events, you can register for that. Also, our +1 -1 67-day challenge started yesterday. If you want to be a part of that, where you add one thing in your life that you're going to do every day for 67 days and remove one thing from your life that you're not going to do for 67 days. If you want to be a part of that, text the word horse to 859-208-2351. Text the word horse to 859-208-2351. All right, let's keep going.
Brick by brick, yeah, that's the way. 1 foot forward every single day. Just stacking up the wins, building up the lane. Brick about the grind. Leave the old self behind. Brick, 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 brick.
Let's go. You know what's interesting? At the beginning of the year, everybody's fired up. Everybody's jacked up at the beginning of the year. There's new goals. They have their new gym memberships, their new habits, the new versions of you. It's exciting. It's fresh. It's alive. But somewhere along the way, the same thing that gave you all that energy to begin with starts to feel like work. I don't know exactly when it happens, but it happens. That one thing that gave you all that energy starts to feel like work. It starts to feel heavy. And once it starts to feel heavy, it starts to feel optional. And this is where most people quit. They don't quit because the goal wasn't worth it. That's not why they quit. Oh, my phone just died. TikTok shutting down over there. Well, it is what it is. Welcome to the tech problems that we have on this show. But this is where most people quit, dude. And it's not because the goal wasn't worth it. That's not it at all. It's because that feeling just simply isn't there anymore. See, you and I have been taught from an early age, we've been taught to chase motivation. We've been taught to chase excitement. We've been taught to chase that feeling, that energetic feeling. But here's the thing, man. Resurrection requires the death of feeling. I'm going to say that again. A true resurrection requires the death of feeling. See, where the excitement has to die, the hype has to die, the I feel like it has to die. Because if your discipline is dependent on your emotions, then your future will always be unstable. I'm going to say that one more time for my friends in the back. If your discipline is dependent on your emotions, your future will always be unstable. And yeah, for those of you that were watching on TikTok, my bad, my phone died. My TikTok phone died. If your discipline is dependent on your emotions, your future will always be unstable. Because here's the reality, man, whether it's the yard, the relationship, your financial situation, those books you aren't reading, no matter which one it is, dude, the yard does not care if I'm excited about it. The yard cares zero. The weeds don't care if I'm motivated or not. They don't care. They're going to show up every single day, whether I'm motivated, doesn't matter, right? Whether I'm motivated, I feel like it, whatever. Weeds do not care. The bills do not care if you feel like paying them or not. Like, they care zero. Your spouse doesn't need your excitement. Your spouse or your partner or whoever you're in a relationship with, they don't need your excitement. They just need your consistency, bro. They just need you to be level. Reason my wife and I get along so well, and I mean, I'm serious, like my wife and I get along really, really well. We've had, I think, one argument like in the last probably, I don't know, 8 years. But I think a big reason is just because she's predictable and consistent. I'm predictable and consistent. She knows I'm going to show up every day. She knows I'm trustworthy. She knows that I'm going to wake up early. She knows my routine. She knows I'm going to eat breakfast and dinner with my family 250 days a year. Like, that's what strengthens the relationship, is we know, like, we're reliable. She's reliable. I'm reliable. You know what I'm saying? And the kids don't need a bunch of hype. Like, your kids just need your presence, man. It ain't got to be nothing crazy. They just want you to be around. You know, yesterday I had 3 kids ride with me just to go to Fisher's baseball practice, just to sit in the truck and do nothing. So listen, the question you got to ask yourself is like, what has to die? Not like in you. What has to die? Like not the dream, not the vision, not the goal, but what has to die in you is your addiction to the excitement. What has to die in you is your addiction to motivation. Because really the next level of your life is built in the moments that feel repetitive. The next level of your life is built in the moments that feel boring. The next level of your life is built in the moments where nobody's clapping. This is where your resurrection happens. It's not on day 1. It's not when everybody's cheering for you. No, resurrection happens on day 67 when it's quiet, or day 66, really, right? When it's quiet, when it's hard, when you're doing the exact same thing again and again and again. And that is the moment where the old version of you starts to say, skip it. I'll do it later. It's not that big of a deal. And the new version of you, the one that's rising up, says to the old version of you, hey, I don't need to feel it. I don't need to want to. I made a decision. And this is what we're going to do. That, my friends, is resurrection. You see, it's not about coming back to life once, but it's choosing life again and again and again, even when it feels like nothing. So today, as you go through your day and that thing pops up, that thing that you committed to, and you don't feel like doing it, you know what? Just smile. Just smile. Because that's your moment. That's your resurrection moment knocking on the door. You see, when you can just smile and say, look, man, whether I feel like it or don't feel like it, whether I want to do it or don't want to do it, I'm doing it anyway. When you can smile through that moment, that boring, mundane, nobody's clapping for you moment, something inside of you gets to die so that something greater inside of you can rise. If your discipline is dependent on your emotions, your future will always be unstable. I don't want instability for you. I want stability for you as you continue to progress and move towards the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. You see, I believe you and I are children of God, the God of the universe, and that God made us to be the best versions of ourselves, not average versions, not a little bit below average or a little bit above or any of those things, but the absolute best versions of ourselves that we can possibly be. And in order to become the best versions of ourselves, we have to continue to progress. We have to continue to progress down a path where we learn new things, we have new experiences, we fall down, we get back up. Just as a child goes from birth to walking, to birth to crawling, to standing up, to walking, to running, to jogging, to running, and so on and so forth, constantly progressing. That's what you and I are called to do. That's what you and I are called to do. So it's not going to be motivating every day. It's not going to be exciting all the time. It's not going to be like emotionally where you're just like, yes, let's go every single day. That's not going to be the case. But when you can reach the point in your life, when you can reach that point where the commitments you make to yourself and to others mean more to you than the feelings that are trying to pull you away from them, that's when you start to truly evolve into the best version of yourself you can be. My name is Glenn Lundy. I love you. I do. If nobody's told you yet today, I want to be the first. I absolutely stinking love you. Have an amazing day, and we'll be back tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. We'll do it all over again right here on #RiseAndGrind. Have a great day.
Make go big B know the song. Make go make me out my hot.